Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Biological Concepts. In today's video, we will discuss about sterilization and disinfection. First of all, we will learn a little bit about the theory. Then we will solve some MCQs so that you can easily solve the MCQs. So first and foremost, all of you know that there are two methods of sterilization, that is physical methods of sterilization and chemical method of sterilization. So, first of all, we will discuss about the physical method of sterilization. This physical method of sterilization includes heat, radiation, and filtration. Then, when we talk about heat, there is dry heat and moist heat. When we talk about radiation, there is ionizing radiation and there is non-ionizing radiation. We will discuss about dry heat sterilization, moist heat sterilization, ionizing radiation sterilization, non-ionizing radiation sterilization shortly. Then coming to the filtration sterilization. This filtration sterilization is a heat-free method that is often used when other sterilization methods are not suitable. It simply removes the microbial population from the liquids and gases by passing them through a filter with tiny pores. The pore size is 0.2 to 0.45 micrometer, and these are used to sterilize the heat sensitive liquids and biological agents such as antibiotics, toxin, serum, vaccines. This filtration sterilization is used for water purification, also used in the laminar airflow. One important thing about this filtration sterilization is that where some methods of sterilization destroy the microbes, such as dry heat sterilization, moist heat sterilization, ionizing radiation sterilization, non-ionizing radiation sterilization, all destroy the microorganisms. But this filtration sterilization does not destroy the microorganism. Rather, it simply removes the microorganisms. Now we will discuss about dry heat sterilization. So from the name, that is dry heat, the heat is applied to sterilize the particles or materials. And this dry heat, that is no moisture and steam play a role for the sterilization purpose. And this dry heat sterilization mainly includes, first is incineration, second one is the flaming, and the third one is the hot air oven. This incineration is the technique for management of the waste. This incineration procedure is generally used in hospital. This procedure reduces the waste by around 70% in mass and 90% in volume. Whereas what flaming is a very quick simple method of killing microorganisms on an inequality loop or needle. And the third one is the hot air oven. This is the most important dry heat sterilization. Here the temperature is 160 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. You have to keep it in the hot air oven for at 160 degrees centigrade for 2 hours, or 170 degrees centigrade for 1 hour, or 180 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. This 160 degrees centigrade for 2 hours is the ideal temperature and time. But when you are in hurry, you just increase the temperature by 10 degrees centigrade, also reduce the time by half. So every time you just increase the temperature by 10 degrees centigrade and reduce the time by half. That is, the ideal temperature is 160 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. And when you are in hurry, you can increase the temperature from 160 degrees centigrade to 170 degrees centigrade, and the time is 1 hour. Also, you can increase the temperature 180 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Okay. So, this hot air oven is basically used to sterilize the glasses like petri dishes, test tube, flasks, pipettes, oily fluids, powder. Okay. Now let's discuss about the moist heat sterilization. The moist heat, from this name you can easily understand that the heat is applied to sterilize the materials or equipments, and this heat is moist heat, that is here moisture and steam plays role for the sterilization purpose. On the basis of the temperature, the moist heat sterilization is divided into three. One is at 100 degrees centigrade, Second one is above 100 degrees centigrade, and third one is below 100 degrees centigrade. At 100 degrees centigrade is boiling at 100 degrees centigrade, and second one is the tintalization procedure. Boiling at 100 degrees centigrade does not kill the spores, whereas the tintalization procedure, which is 3-day procedure, it is a 3-day procedure, that is day 1 followed by day 2 followed by day 3. The temperature is 100 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes for consecutive 3 days. This tintalization procedure kills the spores. So the principle behind this tintalization procedure is that the first heating will kill all the vegetative forms but not the spores. The spore will germinate on the consecutive days. Once the spore germinate, and it will be killed by subsequent heating. Okay. Next is above 100 degrees centigrade. Above 100 degrees centigrade is autoclave. This autoclave is the surest method to kill the endospore. The temperature is 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes at 15 psi pressure. This psi stands for pound square inch. Pound square inch. So that is 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes at 15 pound square inch pressure. And the use of this autoclave is that it is used to sterilize culture media. Although the serum or egg containing culture media are not sterilized by this autoclave, because the serum or egg containing media are destroyed by this high temperature, that is 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes. That's why serum or egg containing media are not sterilized by autoclave. The serum or egg containing media are sterilized by something else. We will discuss it shortly. Also, the rubber goods, gloves, dressing are sterilized by autoclave. Also, the suture materials are sterilized by autoclave, but not the catgut. The catgut are sterilized by something else. We will discuss it shortly. Next, below 100 degrees centigrade. Below 100 degrees centigrade is pasteurization and inspection. Pasteurization again is divided into two. One is Holder method of pasteurization. Second one is the flash method of pasteurization. Holder method, from the name Holder method, hold. So you have to hold for some time. That is the 63 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Whereas in flash method of pasteurization, that it is 72 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds. That is flash of time, that is 72 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds. Here second is necessary, whereas a minute it hold for some time, that is minute. So another important thing is that Holder method of pasteurization does not kill the Coxiella burnetii, whereas the flash method of pasteurization kill Coxiella burnetii. Next is the inspection. This is very important process of sterilization. Here it is also a 3-day procedure. I hope you all remember that tintalization is also a 3-day procedure where the temperature is 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Okay, and it is this tintalization is also a 3-day procedures. Whereas in inspection the temperature is 80 to 85 degrees centigrade and the time is 30 minutes. Okay. And this inspection is very important because it sterilizes serum or egg containing media. Examples of serum or egg containing media are LSS, that is Loxla serum slopes, and LJ. This LSS and LJ are serum or egg containing media. This LJ is used to culture the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and LSS for Corynebacterium diphtheria. Next is radiation sterilization. We have already discussed that radiation is two types. One is ionizing radiation, another was non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation includes non-ionizing radiation includes UV mercury lamp, and it has poor penetration power. Whereas ionizing radiation includes X-ray, gamma ray, and this ionizing radiation has a high penetration power. Non-ionizing radiation, that's UV sterilization, is used for air disinfection, water disinfection, surface disinfection, equipment disinfection, also food and beverage disinfection, small item sterilization such as glasses, phones, keys, and cosmetics are sterilized by UV sterilization. The mercury lamp are used for sterilization because they emit UV light that can damage DNA and proteins of microorganisms. Whereas the uses of ionizing radiation is that it is used to sterilize the disposable medical products. Almost 40 to 50% of all disposable medical products are sterilized by using ionizing radiation. Connective tissue allografts such as skin, cartilage, bone, tendons, heart valves, and corneas are sterilized using radiation. Now, next, coming to the MCQ parts. The first question, which of the following is not an example of dry heat sterilization? Option 1, incineration. Option 2, tyndallization. Option 3, hot air oven. Option 4, flaming. I hope you will remember that the dry heat sterilization include incineration, hot air oven, and flaming. These are three important methods of dry heat sterilization, that is incineration, hot air oven, and flaming. Whereas this tyndallization is an example of moist heat sterilization. It is at 100 degrees centigrade moist heat sterilization procedure. Here in tyndallization is the example. It is not an example of dry heat sterilization. So the answer will be option 2, that is tyndallization. This tyndallization is an example of moist heat sterilization. It is an example of moist heat sterilization. And here the temperature is 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes for consecutive 3 days. This tyndallization is a 3-day procedure. Now, this dry heat sterilization uses hot air that is either free from water vapor or has very little of it. The dry heat sterilization moisture plays a minimal role or no role. Now, next discuss about the flaming method, incineration, hot air oven, and tyndallization. We have discussed a little bit about the flaming method, incineration, and hot air oven, also in tyndallization. The flaming method is a very quick, simple method of killing microorganism on an inoculating loop or needle. The loop or needle is held inside the flame for a few seconds to bring it to redness and then cooled. Once cooled, the loop or needle can be used for various culture manipulation. Next is the incineration. This incineration is a general technique for the management of the waste. This is generally used in the hospital. It reduces the waste by around 70% in mass and 90% in volume. This incineration has two chamber. The first chamber has the temperature 100 degrees centigrade to 800 degree centigrade, whereas the second chamber has a temperature of 1000 degrees centigrade to 1100 degrees centigrade. This incineration procedure is employed for the destruction of infective materials like the soiled dressing, bedding, pathological material like sputum, stool, carcasses, etc. It is used in the hospital, and this incineration of waste material converts the waste into ash, flue gas, and heat. Next is hot air oven, the electrical devices that use dry heat to sterilize. Following are sterilized by hot air oven. Glasses like petri dish, test tube, flask, pipette, surgical instrument like scalpel, scissor, forceps, oily fluid which are impermeable to water such as oil, fat, chemicals which would clamp and form into cake in presence of moisture is sterilized by hot air oven, and which are not sterilized in hot air oven. Thus, rubber goods, fabrics are not sterilized in hot air oven. Next is tyndallization. This tyndallization is the moist heat sterilization procedure, and in tyndallization also known as intermittent sterilization or fractional sterilization, because it is a 3-day procedure: day 1, day 2, day 3. As it is a 3-day procedure, that's why it is known as intermittent sterilization or fractional sterilization. The temperature for tyndallization is 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes, and it requires consecutive 3 days. It is named after the inventor John Tyndall, and it is used to kill heat resistant spore. Next, chemicals such as powder should be sterilized by option 1 autoclave, option 2 hot air oven, option 3 tinderization, option 4 incineration. And the correct answer will be option 2 hot air oven. Now, why these options, another options are not correct? Let's discuss. And the chemicals such as powder should be sterilized by hot air oven. It is not sterilized in moist heat sterilization such as autoclave tinderization. This autoclave and tinderization are moist heat sterilization. In moist heat sterilization, chemicals such as powder would form into cake in presence of moisture. That's why these are not sterilized in autoclave and tinderization. Whereas in incineration, the materials are converted into either ash or flue gas or heat. That's why in incineration, the chemicals should not be sterilized because the chemicals will be converted into either ash or flue gases. If these chemicals are converted into flue gas or ash, then these chemicals such as powder should not be utilized for further purposes. Now, the articles such as rubber goods, fabrics, or any inflammable or volatile substances should not put inside the hot air oven. So, these are not sterilized in hot air oven. Next, which of the following article can be sterilized by autoclave? Option 1 dressing material, gloves. Option 2 rubber goods. Option 3 suture materials. Option 4 culture media. Option 5 is all of the above. And the correct answer is option 5 all of the above. That is dressing materials, gloves, rubber goods, suture materials, culture media, all are sterilized in autoclave. But although all the culture media are sterilized in autoclave, but the serum or egg containing media such as Loeffler's slope, LJ media, that is Lonson Jensen media, Dotset's egg media are not sterilized by autoclave because these are egg or serum containing media. The protein or egg containing media are disrupted by high temperature of autoclave. The temperature for autoclave is 121 degree centigrade. For time is 15 to 20 minutes. That's why the high temperature, as the high temperature disrupt the protein or egg containing media, so the protein or egg containing media are not sterilized in autoclave. This protein or egg containing media are sterilized by inspissation, where the temperature is 80 to 85 degree centigrade and the time is 30 minutes. And this inspissation again a 3-day procedure. Okay, like tinderization, in inspissation also a 3-day procedure. And this inspissation is important to sterilize the serum egg containing media such as LJ, LSS or Dosset's egg media. Although the surgical instrument are sterilized by autoclave, but the sharp instrument are not sterilized by autoclave. The sharp instrument are sterilized in 5% cresol. And also the suture materials sterilized in autoclave, but the catgut is not sterilized by autoclaving because the catgut are destroyed by the high temperature of the autoclave. That's why these catgut are sterilized by ionizing radiation, which is also known as cold sterilization. This ionizing radiation is used to sterilize the heat sensitive items. Next question, which of the following is an example of sterilization of heat sensitive item? Option 1 filtration, option 2 gamma ray, option 3 tinderization, option 4 both 1 and 2, option 5 both 2 and 3. And the correct answer is option 4 both 1 and 2. That is filtration and gamma ray is example of sterilization of heat sensitive item, whereas the tinderization is not used to sterilize the heat sensitive items because tinderization done at 100 degrees centigrade and the temperature is 20 minutes and it is a 3-day procedure. As there is in tinderization temperature is 100 degrees centigrade, so it should not be used to sterilize heat sensitive items. Now this filtration is a method that is used for sterilize the heat sensitive item, and this filtration is a heat free method that is often used when other sterilization methods are not suitable, and this method removes the microorganisms based on their size. It is used to sterilize bacteria filtrates such as toxin, bacteriophages, and also it is used for sterilization of antibiotics, serum, sugar solution, and blood products. It is also used for the purification of water. The high efficiency particulate air filter, often used, that is HEPA filter, used to deliver bacteria free air to a cubicle or room. Example is laminar airflow. Next, we will discuss about the gamma ray, which is an ionizing radiation. This gamma ray is used to sterilize rubber or plastic goods, surgical catgut, disposable syringe, bone and tissue graft, adhesive dressing, etc. The ionizing radiation, that is gamma ray, does not increase any appreciable increase in the temperature. That's why it is known as cold sterilization. Next is, in gas sterilization, which gas is used? Option 1 nitrous oxide, option 2 ethylene oxide, option 3 sulfur dioxide, option 4 is ozone, and the correct answer is option 2 ethylene oxide. The ethylene oxide is inflammable, hazardous, so it should never be used 100%. 3 to 10% ethylene oxide is used, and rest 90 to 97% is inert gas. This ethylene oxide has good penetration power even through plastics. The plastic goods, polyethylene tube, artery, bone graft, cytoscope, culture media, vaccines can be sterilized by ethylene oxide, that is by gas sterilization. Next, sterilization control for autoclave is option 1 Clostridium tetani, option 2 Bacillus thermophilus, option 3 is Bacillus pumilus, and option 4 Bacillus diminuta. And the correct answer is option 2 Bacillus thermophilus. This Bacillus thermophilus is used as sterilization control for autoclave. Now, what do you mean by sterilization control? The sterilization control is something that which will ensure you that when we kept the material or equipment in the autoclave or hot air oven in gas sterilization or any another something else, and after sterilization, this sterilization control will ensure that after sterilization, all the material or equipment that are sterilized in autoclave or hot air oven or in something else are sterilized properly or in adequate extent. So these are this Bacillus thermophilus is a biological control, a sterilization control, whereas the Clostridium tetani is the sterilization control for hot air oven. Also, the Bacillus subtilis and Bacillus atrophica is used as sterilization control for the hot air oven. Whereas we have already discussed that the Bacillus thermophilus is the sterilization control for autoclave. This Bacillus pumilus is the sterilization control for radiation sterilization. That's PR, almost same. So this Bacillus pumilus, just radiation R. Thus, you can remember that Bacillus pumilus is the sterilization control for radiation sterilization. Next is Bacillus diminuta. This Bacillus diminuta is the sterilization control for filtration. Minute particle is passed through the filtration. In filtration sterilization, the minute pores size will be present in the filtration. By thus, you can remember this filtration sterilization. Bacillus diminuta is the sterilization control, whereas Bacillus globigii is the sterilization control for gas sterilization. G for globigii, G for gas. Thus, you can remember that Bacillus globigii is the sterilization control for gas sterilization. Next question. Milk is pasteurized in batch method by keeping it at option 1 63 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, option 2 71.7 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds, option 3 80 to 85 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, option 4 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. And the correct answer is option 1 63 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. This batch method or VAT method of pasteurization is the oldest method of pasteurization of milk. It is also known as Holder method of pasteurization. that is 63 degrees centigrade per 30 minutes, is the Holder method of pasteurization, and the 71.7 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds is the flash method of pasteurization. This flash method of pasteurization, also known as high temperature short time. High temperature short time means 20 seconds. High temperature is 1.7 degrees centigrade. High temperature short time HTHT, and then cooled immediately at 4 degrees centigrade. This flash method of pasteurization kills the Coxiella barneti. Another is ultra high temperature processing UHT or ultra pasteurization, that the temperature is 140 degrees centigrade for 2 to 5 seconds. Next question. Ionizing radiation is used for sterilization of option 1 pharmaceuticals, option 2 tissue transplantation, option 3 medical devices, option 4 is all of the above, and the correct answer is option 4 all of the above. The example of ionizing radiation is X-ray, gamma ray. Sterilization of pharmaceuticals, medicines such as antibody, vaccines, hormone sutures are sterilized by ionizing radiation. Sterilizing packaged disposable articles such as syringe, catheter, globes, IV lines. In ionizing radiation, that is in gamma ray, there is no appreciable increase in the temperature. That's why it is known as cold sterilization. It is very important that this gamma radiation sterilization is known as the cold sterilization. This gamma radiation is highly deadly to all cells, human and bacteria. And this gamma radiation sterilization is particularly popular since it can be applied to the fully packaged sealed items, thus limiting the potential for recontamination by eliminating post sterilization packaging steps. So this is that's why it is very popular. Next question. Which one is an example of moist heat sterilization at 100 degrees centigrade? Option 1 tinderization, option 2 pasteurization, option 3 autoclave, option 4 is inspection. And the correct answer is option 1 tinderization. Just recall that at 100 degrees centigrade is tinderization and boiling at 100 degrees centigrade, and pasteurization is below 100 degrees centigrade moist heat sterilization, that is at below 100 degree centigrade pasteurization, whereas autoclave is above 100 degree centigrade. Also the inspection is also a below 100 degree centigrade procedure. So tinderization is at 100 degree centigrade for 20 minutes for consecutive 3 days. Holder method of pasteurization is 63 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Flash method of pasteurization is 71.7 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds, followed by cooling at 4 degrees centigrade. Autoclave is done at 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes at 15 pounds square inch pressure, or at 134 degrees centigrade for 18 minutes. And in inspection, the temperature is 80 to 85 degrees centigrade and the time is 30 minutes, and it should be done for consecutive 3 days. So both tinderization and inspection are consecutive 3-day procedure. Next question. What is the temperature and exposure time autoclave? Option 1 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes for 3 days. Option 2 80 to 85 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes for 3 days. Option 3 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes, and option 4 100 degrees centigrade for 1 hour. I hope you all remember that autoclave is a procedure that is occur at above 100 degrees centigrade. So here above 100 degrees centigrade is only option 3, that is 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes. So the answer will be option 3, that is 121 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes. Again, we have already discussed the time temperature relationship of tinderization, inspection, autoclave, Holder method of pasteurization, and flash method of pasteurization. Just check it. Next question. The percentage of Sidex used to sterilize bronchoscope. Option 1 2%, option 2 2%, option 3 is 10%, option 4 is 20%, and the correct answer is option 2 2%. Sidex is basically glutaraldehyde. It is used to sterilize endoscope, cystoscope, bronchoscope, any kind of instrument that is ended with scope, that is bronchoscope, endoscope, cytoscopes, all are sterilized by glutaraldehyde, that is Sidex. It is used to sterilize the heat sensitive material. The used 2% concentration for 20 minutes. Next question. Milk pasteurization efficacy is determined by checking the presence of option 1 alkaline phosphatase, option 2 esterase, option 3 polygalactorinase, option 4 all of the above. And the correct answer is option 1 alkaline phosphatase. Alkaline phosphatase is destroyed by pasteurization. Next question. Which of the following is used for fumigation? Option 1 ethylene oxide, option 2 glutaraldehyde, option 3 formaldehyde, option 4 is isopropyl alcohol. And the correct answer is option 3 formaldehyde. Fumigation is used to disinfect the closed areas such as operation theatre. This formaldehyde is best used for the preservation of anatomical specimen. Next question. Disinfectant used to disinfect blood spills in hospital floor. Option 1 phenol, option 2 alcohol, option 3 quaternary ammonium compound, option 4 is chlorine based compound. And the correct answer is chlorine based compound, that is option 4. 1% sodium hypochlorite is used to disinfect blood spills in hospital floor. Ethylene oxide is a highly toxic agent which destroy microorganisms by a process called option 1 cavitation, option 2 oxidation, option 3 alkylation, option 4 is osmosis. And the correct answer is option 3 alkylation. So ethylene oxide destroys the microorganism by alkylation procedure. So alkylation is a chemical reaction that transfer an alkyl group. Next question. Ethylene oxide sterilized product require dash hours of aeration. Option 1 1, option 2 2, option 3 4, option 4 is 8. And the correct answer is option 3 4 hour. So ethylene oxide sterilized product require 4 hours of aeration. This ethylene oxide sterilization is known as gas sterilization procedure, which this gas sterilization procedure sterilization control is Bacillus globigii. Next question. Sharp instruments are sterilized by option 1 cresol, option 2 chlorohexidine, option 3 chlorosalinol, option 4 is lysol, option 5 is all of the above. And the correct answer is option 5 all of the above. That is cresol, chlorohexidine, chlorosalinol, lysol all are used to sterilize the sharp instrument. These all are phenol containing compound. The phenol containing compound denature proteins and disrupt the membranes of microbial cells, thus act as disinfectant. Now, phenol coefficient indicates option 1 efficacy of a disinfectant, option 2 purity of a disinfectant, option 3 quantity of a disinfectant, option 4 dilution of a disinfectant. And the correct answer is option 1 efficacy of a disinfectant. Now, what is phenol coefficient? Phenol coefficient is ratio between the dilution ratio of disinfectant killing microorganism in 7.5 minutes, not in 5 minutes, divided by the dilution ratio of phenol killing microorganism in 7.5 minutes, not in 5 minutes. Next question. Which of the following is not correct regarding the sterilization of gamma ray? Option 1 is cold sterilization, option 2 physical modes of sterilization, option 3 cause DNA damage, option 4 sterilization control of Bacillus globigii. So this sterilization by gamma ray is also known as cold sterilization because in ionizing radiation sterilization or gamma radiation sterilization there is no appreciable increase in the temperature. That's why it is known as gamma radiation cold sterilization. So this option is correct. Next is it is a physical mode of sterilization. Gamma ray is a physical mode of sterilization, so it is also correct. It caused DNA damage. Gamma ray caused DNA damage. Option 4 is sterilization control of Bacillus globigii. The sterilization control for gamma ray is or ionizing radiation is Bacillus globigii. It is not correct because the sterilization control for radiation is Bacillus pumilus. Okay. So the correct answer is option 4, that is sterilization control of Bacillus globigii. This Bacillus globigii is the sterilization control for gas sterilization. Okay. Now it is this gamma ray is an ionizing radiation. The sterilization control for Bacillus for this gamma ray or radiation is Bacillus pumilus, and it has high penetration power and it causes DNA damage. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.